Hey everybody, this is the fairly newly released, well, it's just an Ultem mechanical coin, and it happens to be 26 clicks. There's another Ultem mechanical coin that I reviewed earlier by an unknown maker like this, and it had 15 clicks. We'll bring it out for its comparison here in a minute, but this is a new one, and it was very inexpensive, just like the last one. I don't consider it to be a copy of the last one, or of anything else. And like I said, they're both by an unknown maker, so who knows and who cares? But stick around, we'll talk about this. It's interesting. It's a little bit different than the other one, and I'd like to compare it to metal versions that I am interested in more so. You know, the reason I bought this, namely because it was almost $15. And same thing with the other Ultem. But it's hard to pass up something that works so well that costs so little. Stick around. So when I talk about the other one, I'm talking about this one. And this one came from Old Friend Toy Store. Normally I don't talk to, reference, promote, link to AliExpress stores, except I've decided lately that if they've been good to me, and I have no reason to mistrust them, I'll at least bring them up. I may not link to them because links can go bad, but either way, this came from Old Friend Toy Store, I'm pretty sure. And it was only, well, this one was a little bit more expensive when it first came out. This was, no, it wasn't. It was about 15 bucks, and still is, I believe. And this one, like I said, is 15 clicks, so a bit of a different experience there. And the difference on this one is that you can have 3 springs and 3 balls. I only have 1 spring and 1 ball in it right now. But the show's not about this one. This one has 2 springs and 2 balls. And again, I only have 1 spring and 1 ball in it. This one, again, has 26 clicks. Sorry, my memory is shit. I only have 1 ball and 1 spring in. It came with glass balls. And to my surprise, you should be aware of this when you buy one of these. It comes shrink wrapped, like a lot of these things often do. And I didn't know it, but in with the shrink wrap, they had an extra spring. I found at least 1 extra spring and 2 extra glass balls. There might have been another spring and another ball down in my kitchen somewhere, never to be found again, because I didn't expect them to be in there with the packaging like that. It was all heat shrunk, you know. So be aware of that. There are some extra parts, which is great. Love that, but don't heat shrink them in there where they're going to fly out. You know, if people aren't aware of it. Anyhow, I had enough to try it with 2 springs and 2 balls, and that seemed a little bit too loud for me, a little too raw, strong. And this is nice. This is really nice. Just to compare it again, this has more of the milk cap shape to it. So, you know, I was used to this, but I never could get a great grip on it. This seems to be a little bit more slippery. It has that satin finish as opposed to a shiny finish, like a polished finish. But once your fingers are a little moistened up, it has a good grip to it. This one, then, it seems to be a little bit easier to go 360, to go all the way around in either direction. But they're both set up the same. We'll take a quick look on the inside here. Just pull them apart, and you'll see a cavity for a spring and a ball here, and one for here. There is a spring and a ball in that one, and you have your what's that called? A thrust bearing. So there's your thrust bearing, which comes out, and sometimes there's a little bit of, you can see probably a little bit of oil that was already on the bearing has come off on the inside here, and that's not doing any, it doesn't bother me any, but you might want to wipe that out. And then there's all your detents, so the ball just pushes against the detents, and you get that lovely click. And I find these to be really, really accurate. Like, as odd as it sounds, like a good test to do is like the Lone Ranger test. You know what I mean? I think I can do it on this one better, maybe. But that can be difficult to do, and I'll give you an example. Everyone loves the top C But to me, the Top C is a totally different kind of haptic experience than anything like this. And I don't have anything with a ratchet system in it yet. I will soon, but not yet. So that'll be a different experience altogether. But this one, again, uses something similar to this one, where I believe there's 3 springs and 3 balls. And I don't remember how I even have this one set up. But it's a stainless steel version, and I'm happy with it. But you don't get that accurate click, click, click. It's more of a, you want to do sweeps with it and stuff and feel that. The way I always say it is it sounds like almost like a fleshy slapping sound. And that's great, and that has a character of its own that I really like. But these 2 Ultem ones, this one came first. Just the pure accuracy of that. There's not much play. You could see there's a little bit of movement before you get a click. That's the same with all of these, really. This one I think has the least amount of play, probably because it has the most amount of clicks. But the one I'll show you next has the most accuracy and the most amount of clicks as well. And that would be the AC EDC Noise, N-O-I-Z. It's also called the Milk Cap version 2. But this one has that unique ability to, depending on how you have the ball set up on the inside, I believe there's maybe 2, 4, 6, 8 cavities for magnets, or not magnets, cavities for springs and balls. And the way you have it set up either gives you 20 clicks in a full rotation or 40 clicks in a full rotation. So right now I have this set up for 40 clicks, and this is like clockwork to me. This is precision. Barely move it and it clicks. I just love this one. So I think this is top notch. I think this is top notch in a different sort of haptic category that would be hard to describe, but like it doesn't have the accuracy that these do. So if you're looking for something very accurate, I think, at least through my experience so far, the AC/DC one, I would say, would be the best one to pick. and then either of these 2. This one actually probably is a little bit better than this one, but they were about the same price. You're going to pay about $15. I won't mention this store because I'm not familiar with them yet, but like I don't know if I did that right accurately at the beginning of this or not. But to search for this, again, I'll put it up on the screen here. You can look for round PEI. If you just go to AliExpress and search for the keywords round PEI, you will see this one come up. And the way you can tell these 2 different apart is when you look at the pictures, you can see this looks more like the milk cap, and this one has a little rim right around the edge. Plus there's also only 2 springs as opposed to 3 springs. So hopefully that'll help you find it. But I think, with 1 spring and 1 ball in there, and it's glass, I have not tried anything else yet. I think this one has a black ceramic ball in it, which is fine. I'm not going to mess with this. We'll take it apart, though, when we do, and just to measure it. And we may just try switching it out if they're the same size, just to see if there's a big difference. I don't think there'll be a big difference. I do imagine that a lot of these things could be quieted down significantly by using little nylon balls or Teflon balls. And I'm never sure. I keep seeing people say Teflon balls, but I'm not sure they exist that available with that kind of availability compared to nylon balls, because if you look for just Teflon ones, it seems to be, I'm having a hard time finding them. Nylons I think I can find, but let's go ahead and, you know what, we'll do weights and measurements, move on from there. So here we go. Now there's a magnet in the middle there, so I'm going to try to just put it on here in the middle and hold it up. It's about 17 grams. 17 grams. It is 37 millimeters in diameter, 10 millimeters thick. That's about all you could say about that. Comparing it to this one, this one's also 37. Yeah, no difference. 10 millimeter thick, no difference. Just the edge is different. You know, this one might be a little bit deeper on the inside. This one doesn't seem to be as deep. So, compared to this one, the AC/DC noise, this feels a little bit smaller in diameter. Again, this can be set up for 20 or 40 clicks. I have it set up for 40 right now. And this is at 27, is that right? 26, sorry. We did this one, compared it already, but this one I believe was 15 clicks. Again, 26. And finally, the Top C, which has the ZZ plate in it, and that should be 24 clicks in a rotation, 24 compared to 26. And there was one, I only have one graphic for you, one image for you this evening. There's another one out there you can find, and if you do that search, like I said, the keyword search for around PEI, you'll see this one come up too, and it has like a coffee theme on it. This one, I looked at it, as near as I can count, it's 27 clicks. So it's only one more click than this thing. It's probably the same size and shape, and it costs a lot more than these did. These were both like 15, and the coffee one there is somewhere around closer to $30, I think. So I'm just gonna skip on that, I think. But when I see something like this, inexpensive, I know it's gonna work pretty good, and it turns out it works really good, just like this one did. That's just a great thing. So worth sharing, worth trying out. Like I said, should be a stepping stone for you to get something very nice like this. There's a few others out there I'd like to try that I haven't yet, but I won't mention them by name right now. Another one that I'll be looking forward to is, like I said, a ratchet version. So, and that'll probably be in PEI, because, you know, I could have bought that pig nose coin, which is dual-sided, ratchet on one side and magnetic on the other side. But the pig on it is so cartoonish that I just can't stand it. I just can't stand it. So, all right, enough about that. I'm in between, just to bullshit just a little bit here. I'm in between, just about done with some of a small batch of my lens cap coins, and I'll be dropping those here right after Christmas. Hopefully you guys have some money from Christmas and you'll be ready to spend it. But I'll be making a handful of those, and depending on how well those sell, we're going to do another little drop of those. And then I even have a different version of that possibly coming down the road. In the meantime, my sob story is this came in the mail the other day, which is great, because I'm on vacation time right now, at least till the end of the year. Fortunately, I'm fortunate that I have the time to use, but I have to use it or I lose it. And stuff is getting delivered to work, like always. I always have stuff delivered to work rather than my apartment. And so this came to work, and I went in and picked it up, and I'm tracking two other things, and they almost made it to the place yesterday, and they would have gotten in the door. But it's USPS, and the company I work for is closed on Saturdays, and they don't deliver on Saturday. And I saw in the darn tracking this morning that it said out for delivery. So I will not be seeing those two items until at least Tuesday, because Monday is Christmas. So hopefully Tuesday I'll be getting some new stuff to look at, and maybe I'll do a couple more reviews. Then we're going to be doing the drop of the lens cap coin version 2s, and then we'll move on from there. So I hope if I don't talk to you, I'll probably, like I said, I'll probably do another review video here before Christmas, hopefully, about something or other. And then maybe right after Christmas, I'll have a few to do. But lens cap coin is coming soon. If I don't talk to you till then, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching. Bye.